You know how everyone keeps talking about the Dallas housing market like it's some giant mystery right now? One day it's prices are dropping, and the next day it's DFW is unstoppable. And then somebody posts a screenshot of one listing sitting for 40 days, and suddenly the whole metroplex is crashing. And if you're sitting there like, wait, what's actually happening? You're not crazy, and you're certainly not behind. You're not missing the memo. I've had locals, relocators, buyers, sellers, investors, everybody blowing me up asking, Tiffany, is Dallas still booming, or is it just finally falling apart? Here's the real story. The market did shift, but it's not the doom and gloom circus some people are selling you. It's actually way more interesting. And once you see what's driving it, you'll understand why the numbers don't match that noise, and why the next few months could really be a window that nobody's expecting. So stay with me, because the way Dallas is moving right now, especially far north Dallas, Frisco, Prosper, Salina, McKinney, Allen, Plano, Little Elm, Aubrey, Melissa, it's setting up a totally new landscape heading into 2026. And once you get it, everything else will finally click. If you've been paying even a little attention to Dallas real estate lately, you can feel it. Not falling apart, not exploding, just shifting into that weird in-between zone that the headlines cannot really explain properly. More homes are sitting, more sellers are having that, wait, why isn't my house getting 12 offers by Monday moment? And buyers are like, oh my gosh, we can finally breathe. But here's the twist, buyer demand didn't disappear. The right homes in the right spots, priced correctly, they're still moving, especially up north where people are buying a lifestyle, strong schools, newer inventory, and that everything in 10 minutes vibe. If you're new here, hey, I'm Tiffany Caballero, and I'm in these neighborhoods constantly. Dallas proper, North Dallas, and that growth corridor all the way up the tollway, you've got Frisco, Prosper, Salina, McKinney, and way beyond. I'm not just reacting to national headlines. I'm watching what's happening on the ground with real buyers, real sellers, real negotiations. And my goal today is simple. I want to give you the clean version of what's happening, the version that actually helps you make a smart move. And listen, if you're thinking about buying or selling in the next 3 to 12 months, don't wing the market. Strategy matters again. And the people who understand the shift are the ones who are winning really big. Before we talk numbers, let's talk narratives, because this is where the confusion starts. Right now, people are splitting into a few camps. Camp 1, Dallas is still red hot and we're going straight up. Camp number 2, it's cooling fast, prices are about to slide. And then Camp 3, taxes, insurance, and affordability are gonna crush the market. And honestly, none of those takes are totally wrong, but none of them are the full story either. They're based on fragments, a headline here, a viral post there, one neighborhood someone heard about, or one overpriced listing that sat longer than expected. So instead of getting stuck in surface level hot takes, let's talk about what's actually happening underneath the noise. You can feel the shift before you ever pull up a stat sheet. Sellers notice first. They're like, why aren't we getting offers the first weekend? Because that 2021 to 2022 sprint, it's gone. Homes are still selling. They're just not selling instantly with multiple offers over ask, no matter what. Buyers are almost relieved. They finally have choice again. They can negotiate, they can ask for repairs and concessions without feeling like they're committing a crime. But here's why everyone's confused. The good homes still move really, really fast. I've literally had buyers in the Frisco Prosper corridor put in strong offers and still get beat out because the homes were priced right, staged right, and hit the market at the perfect moment. Then we pivot one neighborhood over and suddenly we've got leverage, concessions, and time to breathe with homes sitting on the market. So what people are feeling right now is the mix of prices still feel really high, but it's not as intense. That's the shift. That's the in-between zone everyone's trying to read. All right, let's get out of those feelings and get into some facts. Latest published snapshot, okay? Let's talk about November 2025. DFW Metroplex median price was $375,000. That's down 4.6% over last year. Active listings, 32,325. That was up 12% from last year. Closed sales, 6,249. That's down 9.6 over last year. Days on market was 68 plus that 31 days to close was 99, and that's 9 days longer than last year. All right, so I'm showing you consistency. And the months of inventory is 4.2 versus last year, which was 3.8. We're not far off from this time last year. Now here's where far north Dallas gets real. Most of what people call far north Dallas, shopping, commuting, lifestyle-wise, lives in Collin and Denton County. You've got Frisco, Plano, Allen, McKinney, Melissa. On the Collin County side, you've got Little Elm, Aubrey, and parts of Frisco, Prosper, and Salina, also on the Denton County side. So let's talk Collin County as of November 2025. The median price is $438,735. That's only down 7.6% from last year. Active listings, 5,713. That's up 27%. And then months of inventory is 4. Very much in a neutral market at this point. Now let's talk Denton County. The median home price is $420,000. That's down 9% from last year. Active listings, 4,741. That's up 21%. Months of inventory is still 4. And then Dallas County, we'll compare it. The median price is $353,500, up 1.8%. Active listings, 7,300, up 10%. Months of inventory, 4.4. It's a lot of stats, but I want you to see the difference. The translation, the north has more supply pressure showing up faster. And that's why buyers feel like they have more room to negotiate up there, especially with new construction being so prevalent. When you zoom out, the biggest gains were 2021 and 2022. That's obvious. Then 2023 through now, it's been more seasonal and more neighborhood specific, meaning the biggest swings aren't Dallas as a whole. They're hyper local, price point, school zone, commute, property condition, and whether new construction is competing down the street. And I want to hit this because people love scary headlines. In fact, someone just posted on my channel a comment that basically said everything's about to crash according to the data. And my first reaction is, what data? What are you reading? You heard one national headline that someone's opinion is that the sky is falling, and you believe that it applies to a hyper-local area like far north Dallas? You can't do that and expect to stay sane. Negative headlines sell the news, and that's why it's always safer to follow those that have boots on the ground and hyper-local info and data. In fact, foreclosures. November 2025, foreclosures by state, the report showed that Texas had 3,158 foreclosure filings. Again, filings, not an apocalypse. And that was the entire state. That's why I'm not here screaming, 2008's here again. That's not what we're seeing on the ground in North Texas, and especially in areas with strong demand and constant relocation. So why do all these sources conflict? Because they're not measuring the same things. Some platforms lean on estimates and models. Some media coverage looks at statewide or national trends. Some people cherry pick one neighborhood or one price point. And timing alone can make two reports look like they're describing different worlds. That's why I always anchor back to MLS-based reporting first. And then we layer it back in what I'm seeing in the neighborhoods with those builders in far north Dallas. Here's the simple truth. Leverage has shifted. Buyers have breathing room again. They can compare homes, they can negotiate repairs, they can ask for concessions, and they're doing it. Sellers can still get strong pricing, but only if they price smart and the house actually shows well. The let's throw out a high number and see what happens strategy, that's gone. That's how you end up chasing the market. Gone are the days you just list a property and it sells at the highest comp the first weekend. If you're not getting your home in tip-top shape and staging and doing all the things, you won't be that highest comp. You also need an agent to list your home that has a clear and amazing marketing plan. Most agents pop it on MLS and just hope for the best. Steer clear of those agents. You need to ask what they're going to be doing with marketing. So we're basically in two lanes. Lane 1, move-in ready homes, priced right, in strong neighborhoods, those are still moving. Lane 2, overpriced, outdated, or needs a lot of love listing. Those sit, reduce, and definitely get negotiated pretty hard. And in far north Dallas, there's one more factor that's pretty huge: new construction. Nationally, builders have been leaning hard into incentives. The National Association of Home Builders' latest survey showed that 67% are using sales incentives. and a meaningful share of cutting prices. That's why pre-owned sellers that are close to heavy new build activity have to be sharper than ever on pricing and condition from day one. Also, in Dallas, North Dallas, the pain points aren't Florida-style insurance panic, it's affordability math, interest rates, property taxes, and monthly payment. As of the latest Freddie Mac weekly survey, the average 30-year fixed rate is around 6.22. And that number alone can change the mood fast and needs to be looked at when some cities have much better property tax rates than others. It's about being smart where you buy. So where are we going as we move into 2026? Based on what we're seeing right now, North Texas looks like a market that's steady, selective, and rate sensitive. If rates ease even a bit from here or buyer confidence improves, you can absolutely see activity pick up. There's real demand sitting on the sidelines. That's a watch this closely factor, not a guarantee. Inventory is likely to stay higher than the frenzy years, but not necessarily high enough to create a full-on buyer takeover. The rule of thumb is if inventory is 4 to 6 months, then it's a neutral market, and we're 4 months right now. So the market is actually pretty normal. So the translation on that, well-priced homes move, overpriced homes sit. If you're buying, this is the first real window you've had in years where you can breathe. You have more options, more leverage, more negotiating power. Focus on location and lifestyle, not because every deal is a deal. If the commute, school zone, or resale story isn't there, ask for concessions, ask for repairs. Be willing to walk away if it's not the right buy for you. But hear me on this. The good homes still move fast. So when the right one hits and the right price is there, you've got to be ready to take action because it will move off the market. So if you're selling, your mindset has to shift. Prices matter again. Presentation matters again. Condition matters again. And your agent actually matters. If you're mentally anchored to what your neighbor got in 2022, that's how you end up sitting on market. The winners right now are the sellers who do the work up front. You clean, you do the repairs, you stage, and you price at today's market, not the market you wish you still had. And find an agent that knows how to market your property in a technology-driven world versus listing it and sitting back waiting for an offer to show up. This market rewards the people who understand the shift, and it punishes the people who pretend nothing's changing. So if you're watching this thinking, okay, I get it, but what do I do with it now? That's exactly why my team and I make these videos. We're here every day watching Dallas and far North Dallas move in real time. If you're planning a move in the next 12 months, buying, selling, relocating, or you want a breakdown of your exact neighborhood and the price point, text me. My info is in the description and on the screen. My team and I would love to help you guys. And if you're still in research mode, go to my playlists that break down Dallas neighborhoods and the far North Dallas growth corridor, Frisco, Prosper, Salina, McKinney, and so many others, so you can actually feel the difference area by area. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.